Alright, lab number 2. Tone, Mary had a little lamb. Now, let me briefly explain to you what's going on here. What we're trying to accomplish in this lab is to play Mary Had a Little Lamb on our Android device, utilizing only frequencies within the octave scale, which is essentially 7 notes. And that's the main agenda or goal of this lab. And now let's go through all classes and code and break it down. ToneEmitter.java. In all honesty, not much alteration was done within this segment of the class. This is essentially what's given to us. So we have here 223, 247 varying frequencies respective of each note. Again, not much change was done here, but I'll briefly show it to you so you get a gist of what's going on at least. Particular tone generator. Okay, now this is the heart of it. The majority of our changes was made and alterations. Alright. Here we see the tone generator class specified our onProgress method, which is being called anytime our seek bar is changed, and here we declare our variables. These two did not actually need to be doubles, however, personal preference. And here we have our interpolate function for the amplitude and frequency respectively, which essentially interpolates between the lowest value and the highest value to find each value in between, or at least a rough estimation. And here we have it. Similar to our GPS lab back in our first semester. Okay, now what this if-else statement is trying to accomplish is to determine which seek bar is being called. Because as you see here within our layout, let me show it to you. We have 2 seek bars. However, within our logcat window, we could not differentiate between which one was updating when we moved our seek bar. So going back to it. So we basically use the ID to determine which one was being used. Here we have our ID was the change amplitude. The system will print out this is the amplitude and the respective ID. And here we have our if-else statement to implement our interpolate function for our amplitude. Now the second part of our original if-else statement, if it did not register the ID belonging to change amplitude, would automatically assign it to this is the frequency, determine that the frequency seek bar is being moved, and then our series of if-else statements for our interpolate function would automatically be initiated. Now we have ToneEmitter not null on press call with progress. Actually, not much change was done here except for this portion right here. This is our decimal format that essentially defines the layout right here of the values being displayed for amplitude and frequency. So here we have it. And actually, let me just attempt to simplify this for you as much as possible. So right here we assign a new decimal format to 2 decimal places. That's the first line where decimal format frequency. Then next we have a string frequency, which essentially gets our frequency that was originally being displayed on the screen, and then changes it to the new format which is specified in our first line. Now the second line reassigns the value of the formatted frequency we attained and places it back within the code, as you can see within our text view.setText. So essentially what I did was take the frequency that was originally being displayed, convert it to the new decimal format, and redisplay it. Simple as that. And that was for the frequency. The second code right here is the same exact thing for the amplitude. So nothing special in particularly, and I believe that was all the major changes that we made within this code. But here it is. Here's a rundown, so you can get at least an idea of what was going on. There you go. Now the advanced section presented numerous challenges. We had to translate our function from displaying everything here from amplitude frequency within English statements to any other language, which I did so within our strings.xml file. Let me try and pull that for you. So I have it in Spanish because I'm doing Spanish, and I thought that would be a smart idea, but then I did not have the locale for Spanish within my mobile device, so I had to do it in French Canadian. You know, be patriotic. And which I specified the new translated terms for frequency parameter and all our strings basically that we use within our program. And what this does is once my program is run within the language French, our program will automatically convert to these strings and display it on the screen. You see here, I will define it. Coming down a bit more. Minimap values, notes. I actually changed the picture that will be displayed for our application logo to this. So here you have it within our minimap notes PNG. See, I changed all of them. Hopefully because your second video you'll see it on my Android device while it's running. And the third requirement for advanced was, I actually can't recall what it is. Hold 1 second please, let's pull up the iBook. Advanced, your app, apply frequencies. Or modify your app so that it only plays the notes between C and 1 octave above C, which you can essentially accomplish this fairly easily within the interpolate function we set out, and which I just put my lowest value to C and my highest value to 1 octave above C, which you can see within my interpolate function, but then I changed it back. But that's essentially it. Not really a challenge. But that is the lab in one go. The next video you should see is everything in running in application. But yeah, this is essentially Mary Had a Lamb. Thank you very much.